Hey there, and welcome back to Arlin Plays Mega Man X, Episode 8, Boomer Kuwanger. Last time we took down Launch Octopus, and I died a few times. This time we're going after a personified stag beetle. That's right, kids, fun bit of trivia. Apparently the reason that Boomer Kuwanger's name is so strange is because it's a pun between boomerang and the Japanese word for stag beetle. I can tell you this much, I never would have guessed, but then again, stag beetles aren't exactly common in American culture. Imagine that. So, let's take a look at this guy. Height 7.93 feet, 206 pounds. Boomerang cutter deadlift. Okay, so he's tall, but I'd wager the majority of that is the horns, although I always used to think of that as the claw just because of that deadlift move. But, alright, I think... Yep, looks like we're going on an all-vertical area here. I'm guessing this is some kind of fortress. Something tactical, anyway. Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, the joys of names that don't translate very well. Alright. Yep, very vertical. Let's see what we got here. Oh, figures. Not only do they have these things, but he's in an infuriatingly fortified position. Alright, come on. Wait a minute. An enemy that actually actively avoids my attacks. I don't think I've seen that before. That's nifty. Alright, didn't avoid that one. Okay, it looks like once they actually begin shooting, it doesn't, do that very much. It doesn't actually dodge out of the way. Let's see. Let's use this. Or it could just be distinctly unhelpful. Alright. Let's see. There we go. There's a way to get at him. Creative use of power saves the day again. Hoorah! Amazing. It's almost like when you get close enough, they can't dodge out of the way fast enough. Okay, one of these things. Let's see. Okay, so... not sure what this bit is here. It's difficult for me to reach those things up there. Okay. Note to self, don't cross the laser beams. Though it does occur to me, if you're going to have a security system like that, why would you have it take breaks? I mean, really? Okay, it looks like these things are pretty much invulnerable to everything. Alright. Dodging right through. Certainly is a very different feel to a lot of the other ones. It's not just a large mashup of enemies. And that is very poor design right there. I mean, admittedly this will change when I jump, but the fact that his ammo despawns because it goes too far out of the screen, it's just a waste. Alright, time to use the cheat move. Yeah, if I had jumped first, it would have actually been doing something, but... most overpowered weapon in the game! At least against normal enemies. Next. Okay, spikes. Well, here's a question. I'm sure the ones on the sides are, but... Yep, okay, that answers my question. All of it is insta-death. I always used to get stuck on that part as a kid, too, because I couldn't move out of the way fast enough. And I always figured that it was just the fact that I was being crushed, not that they were, like, the usual death spikes. Though, have they ever actually given, like, a lore reason as to why Mega Man and some of the other robots instantly die when they get hit with something pointy? Doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Alright, plowing on through. Okay. It's good that the homing isn't perfect, even if the lasers do move pretty fast. Alright, let's see. Shame that I got stuck all the way back there, though, but it makes sense. It's not like I was that far in the level, so you guys don't seem to mind too much. Alright, back up here. And actually, time to use that excellent shield that I happen to have with me. Might as well. God, that's annoying. If I didn't have that tactic, though, those things... I think that was the other reason why I used to die a lot in there, is that I would be forced to stop moving. Of course, if you didn't have those enemies there, it wouldn't be much of a challenge at all now, would it? I wonder if this shield lasts for a certain amount of time, or if it's just based on how many things it kills, or what. Well, apparently it blocks energy shots too, or at least some of them. Let's see, more vertical things. And this is what I was talking about in the intro, where a level that's set up like this, while yes, you can definitely see some influences from previous Mega Man games, wouldn't have been possible without the ability to wall kick. It's just, you couldn't make a design like this. Especially in a game where there is no platform type of thing. I mean, there's the ice sled, but there's nothing that gives you vertical lift. Moving right on up. Do love the soundtrack to this level, even if this wasn't really one of my favorite levels to play through as a kid. Alright, so it looks like these things are a little too tough for that. Alright, let's see. So I want to get that. How am I gonna do that? Ah, right. Alright, let's see if I can actually get this correct. Oh god. And... alright, first time. I lucked out that time. You know, it does occur to me that those things wouldn't be nearly as interesting if they weren't on the moving platforms. When we saw them in Spark Mandrill's stage, and they were effective there because of numbers. Here, the fact that they move around makes it much harder to predict where they're going to shoot. Makes them more of a threat. So this is good. Another fine example of creative use of assets, or rather creative reuse. I'm taking a few hits. Alright. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You've got the stationary one up here, which is easier to predict, but... wow, that respawns quick. Apparently that range is better than I thought it was. Alright, we have made it to our boss. Now, to just make sure that I actually try to see what his tactics are as opposed to some of the previous bosses. Fortunately, I fight them all again, so even on the ones I messed up, I can definitely get them. Okay, so he's got the boomerang thing going. Okay, so he can teleport, apparently. Apparently he doesn't like it when I dodge. And there's the death grip. Okay, that's pretty intimidating. Fortunately, this right here is what I'm talking about with, this design probably could have been a little better. I mean, the fact that all he has is the one attack, which is incredibly easy to avoid once you get going with this. Of course, I can definitely see why this is his weakness, both from a tactical standpoint, even. I mean, he couldn't get out of the way. Even with his teleporting, which is impressive. Maybe it's just that he moves faster? Well, that's one more down. You get Boomerang Cutter. So now I've got two forms of gray. I wonder... I seem to recall the ammo refilling if the cutters make it back to you, but I guess I'll have to try that out next episode. So, there you have it. Thanks for watching this episode of Arlin Plays. If you at all liked what you saw, please click like or highly consider subscribing. I have a video coming out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the foreseeable future. So if you have any comments or suggestions, leave them in a comment below. I'll take a look at them. Next time on Arlin Plays, Sting Chameleon. Hope to see you there.